Xfinity Series heads to the Roval. Tonight joining me, I have Gator Mike, Mr. Road Course himself. How you doing, Gator?
Oh, what's up, guys?
And also joining me, I have K-Bart. How you doing, K-Bart?
I'd had better days. Yourself?
Same. Right there with you, brother. We'll get to that later as we head to the Roval. Interesting point standings as it stands right now. NARL Lewis, Swamp Fox, and Big Jim all within a point of each other. As I head to the lobby to join. So, rumor has it that Big Jim's going to have a stout race car. That came from Gator earlier. Gator, can you follow that up with anything?
Big Jim has up the pole for this race. So, yeah, he's got a pretty stout car. Our resident favorite heavy hitter, Max Boost, is starting from the rear tonight. He missed qualifying, so it's going to be fun to watch him come from the back to the front.
All right, also worth noting, Avenged is starting the Xfinity race tonight, leaving his booth for a one-off at the Roval. He actually enjoys the Roval, and rumor has it he's driving a Kobe Bryant tribute scheme this evening. We'll follow up on that later as well as we load into the race here. So, points of interest to me, I think turn one on restarts, the backstretch chicane, and to me, the last chicane right before the start-finish line is going to be tough no matter if you're by yourself or not. As they head off into one here. Big Jim's going to set sail. Swamp. Ooh, ping-ponging back there pretty good. Top five looks like it's going to settle out straight as they head into a right-hander here. As Big Jim, see if Big Jim can get away from these guys. Whoa, back here, they're really wrestling in the back. Who's in the 44 car?
It's going to be Wasted.
Oh, Wasted's racing tonight. Good to see Wasted. Thought he was on vacation.
So he says. But guess he found some time to step away from his vacation and sitting in the hotel room and hop on the PS4, I guess.
Gracious with his presence.
Mm-hmm.
As it's a bottleneck coming onto the, what I would call all night as Roval 2, sorry. As it looks like everyone's going to be able to break away and get single file. Looks like Max Boost has not really been able to make up much time getting to the front as, whoa, Dangles drives into chicane. He's going to almost hop it. Yeah, he gave him a penalty. And it's going to cost him big dearly there. I'll tell you what, these turtles, man, they're no joke. You hit these things, you're going for a ride.
Yep, you're on two wheels. So.
As everybody single file here. I think we'll see single file most of the night. We'll be able to get a lot of talking in about real life NASCAR as Ballstick loses it out of the chicane across the finish line there. As Big Jim now has about a, 4-car length advantage over Swamp Fox. Also worth noting, no Jagboy tonight. So Jagboy is going to probably have an uphill battle to climb after this race. He is in Houston watching the Royal Rumble, which I believe is wrestling.
I wish I was watching the Royal Rumble right now. But I'll be watching that tonight after the race.
Is it on
WWE Network?
Do you pay for that?
I do. $9.99 a month.
Oh man.
WWE. I'll be expecting royalties here shortly.
Swamp hard into the fence. Swamp looks like there's a wreck. Oh, the one of pin, the two.
That's that a caution?
That is not a caution. No caution. Avenge is going to go on the inside of Swamp here a little bit. Avenge with a lag. And Swamp's going to drive it in that chicane as well.
Swampy dove it in there.
Yeah, he did. And he made it somehow with a damaged race car. So, Gator, if there's one spot on this racetrack you can make up the most time, where do you think it is? Probably the infield, I would assume.
Actually, no. I think
that is a caution.
As we have a caution, I think where you can make up the most ground on this track is actually coming out of the infield and going down the oval backstretch, getting up through the gears, off of the banking, and going down that backstretch. I think you can make a ton of time coming out of the infield.
Worth paying attention to see if I'm trying to pull up a live stream here. Who is streaming tonight? I'll go with
I know Ballistic is streaming, and I believe Swamp Fox is also streaming.
Alright, I'm pulling Swamp up as we speak. Pretty sure he had pretty heavy damage after blowing the chicane there on the back straightaway. Also worth noting, this race got moved to 100% by vote of the Xfinity drivers. So we're going 55 laps tonight.
Of 55 laps, normal wear.
So we get ready for another restart here as Big Jim will start. Boost up to second. I wonder if Boost stayed out here trying to gain some track position. Big Jim's going to arc it through here into one. Let's see now. Boost, this might be the first challenge Jim's had all night. Maybe. Depends. Normally takes Boost a little bit to try to get his race car dialed in. As Big Jim's going to continue to lead. Ooh. Right along with Swamp here. Swamp's in a hornet's nest. He's got his teammate Dangles in front of him. Gar, his best friend, in front of him. Pin on his bumper. As they're going to haul the mail through. I think this is turn 5. Left. Ooh, Dangles, his teammate, shoves him into the grass. Sorry.
Swamp's off to a rough start in this race.
Swamp is off to a rough start, and judging by him being on the all-time, well, not the all-time leaderboard, but the leaderboard for daily laps in the Cup cars and the Xfinity Series, I thought he would have a pretty good piece today. As Big Jim, Big Jim can't break away from Max Boost yet, as the two of Lights Out is second, NARL Lewis is running 4th, 5th. Oh, Gar just drove it through the chicane there. Dalton is in 5th, and 6th
Dangles and Gar have both got penalties.
And a caution.
Like
Caution.
Alright, so let's see if this mixes up pit strategy at all. Only 12 cars tonight. Roval's not really friendly for people to want to jump to the throat and race. So about tire wear here, Gator. Do you think the tires, I know the tires fall off, but how much does it affect your lap time, do you think?
I don't think it affects us that much. I think overall rhythm is going to affect your lap time more than tire wear. You could run a really poor lap on fresh tires, but you can also run a really good lap on old tires. It's about how you hit your marks.
Hitting your marks. All right, as
Look at
nobody. Ball stick
Boost in
and pin. Yep. Boost. This P2, so Big Jim, Max Boost again on the front row. As Big Jim has been able to control the race to this point. He's going to arc it off into one here. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, a little contact.
Just wasted in the fence back there. And the contact is going to allow Jim to escape this time. He's going to have a clean racetrack. So let's see if Jim can continue to pull away here.
Swamp Fox back up in the top 5 already.
He had a pretty good
no
restart.
time.
He had a pretty good restart here as Swamp. Making his way up to 4th, I believe. Yep, Lights Out is 3rd, 4th, and then NR Lewis is 5th, all playoff drivers. The only playoff driver that is not here to this point is Jagboy. So Jagboy, if he's watching, he's not enjoying seeing these guys running in the top 5 early in this race.
Bet you he's enjoying all those surprises that are coming out from behind the curtain at the Rumble, though.
What time does the Royal Rumble start? Like 10?
Started at 8, I believe.
I was talking about the actual Royal Rumble part.
Depends on where they put it on the match card. Probably, if I had to guess, it's probably going to go on last, so somewhere around 10-ish.
We might make it. All right, as Big Jim and Boost have run away with the top 2 spots, and Swamp has made his way back up to 3rd. Good recovery from Swamp, but they're blowing the backstretch chicane and totaling out his race car early. And our Lewis is running 4th, 5th. His Lights Out. 6th is Avenge. 7th, I believe, is Dalton. Nope, Dalton's way back there. Wasted. Gar in the back as well, as we try to cycle through to the lead here. Pen's on pit road. So Ella Penn probably pitting with some damage. Let's see if Boost can run down Jim here. So yeah, to Gator's point earlier, Big Jim's pretty solid here early and pretty solid on the road course, which Jim being 1 point above the cut line would be huge if he can get him a win here. Now Max Boost is 28 points above the cut line, so he just needs a solid run, as I think we have a caution. Oh, no, they're just going into
Nope.
the chicane. Never mind.
No caution.
They're just going into chicane.
Got Gar and Dalton side by side back here in the back as I scroll around.
Big Jim has a really fast car. I've really noticed that.
Yeah, I wonder how much
He's
time he's put in.
Max Boost isn't really catching him, so
And that's the first time we've heard that all season, so.
yeah. This has got to be the race for Big Jim to win. So
This Gar's going to drive it way in there on Dalton, and he's going to over. Oh, as Boston got a penalty, he's stopped on the front straightaway. They're going to be able to get past them, head off into 1. So interesting racing here between these two guys.
Coming to the line, we'll have 3 to go in stage 1.
Says, yep, it's Big Jim trying to get these crucial stage points here early. Swamp, long Max Boost Swamp. So the top 5 is playoff drivers. So Jack Boy is going to really be up his back up against the wall here. Especially if all 5 of these guys score playoff points. I mean, stage points is what's looking like it's going to happen.
Scroll around here is Wasted. He's running a different scheme this evening. Normally, when he's come down to the Xfinity Series, he's kind of run a Valvoline-looking scheme, but he's definitely he's changed it up for tonight. Got a white and green car.
So 1 to go here. And there's Wasted.
Gar just wrecked.
Gar wrecked right in front of Wasted. Oh yeah, he's running a Mac Tools. It looks like almost like a Dale Jr. amp throwback. Wasted scheme.
Yeah, he changed it up for tonight. It looks pretty good.
I agree. So we try to get back to Max Boost here. And Big Jim. Boost looks like he's probably closing down a couple car lengths. Maybe Jim's just cruising here.
I think Jim's got this stage on lockdown unless he makes a mistake.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you as they
yeah,
come
Daniel's
out.
in the grass on the front there.
They come out of the infield and head down of Oval 2 and 3. Or 1 and 2, excuse me. Then they'll
That's
head
the part
into
of
the
the track
chicane.
where I think you can lose or gain the most time.
They're going to head down into Oval 3 and 4. And come around to the front stretch chicane. And Big Jim, unless he blows this here, which he does not, is going to win stage 1. How's it 1 to go?
I believe it's 1 to go.
All right, 1 to go. Yay, math. Swamp is all by himself. He's got about 2 seconds on NR Lewis, and he's 10 seconds back. So Jim and Boost are in their own zip code.
For all of the viewers watching, when Williams says JMF, he actually means it because he's from North Carolina. So
That's exactly right. Went to Currituck County High School, and they don't teach us math. So there's that. So yeah, it looks like these 2 guys up front, Jim and Boost, are definitely going to be the class of the field. Barring a disaster, I don't think anyone is going to be able to get them as they head down the back straightaway to the backstretch chicane. So Gator, what do you think about the chicane being changed? Do you think it was good for the track or worse for the track?
I think it's great for the track. I love it.
A lot more of a heavy braking zone.
Yeah, adding another heavy braking zone and a passing point, I think, creates a lot more action.
As Jim comes through the front stretch chicane, and now will win stage 1. Second is Max Boost.
That, and you don't have that wall there anymore.
There's 1 left in the stage now, Gator.
You were the one that said thought it was 1 to go when there was actually 3 to go.
You said there was 2 to go like 5 laps ago.
No, I said they were coming to the line with 3 to go.
Oh.
Jeez.
It's been a long, rough day, all right?
Yay, meth.
Yay, man. I wasn't really counting to begin with, so. So now they're coming back to the line to finish stage one. I'm sure that time because I actually looked down at the stream. Max Boost has actually closed it up. Oh, nope, we must have made a mistake right there. So it looks like Max Boost really has to hang with Jim off these starts if he's going to want to have a shot at him at the end of these stages or at the end of the race. So they're going to head through the front stretch chicane, and now Jim will officially win stage one. Max Boost is going to be second.
The change here is that that playoff point that comes with a stage win no longer matters.
Swamp. And our Lewis. And
lights out is in fifth.
Huge.
This is a big comeback for Swamp. You know, didn't really start great the first 5 laps, but really came back strong and get a top 5 there.
Yes, he did, K-Bart.
Well, to be a champion, you must at some point overcome adversity, and he overcame some adversity in that first stage.
So Big Jim, Max, Swamp, and our Lewis and Lights.
Our top 5, that's correct. Which puts, let me look at this. 2 lights out, 10 above. So I think the point stand actually stay the same for the time being. We'll see how they do.
Yeah, all 5 playoff drivers in this race ended up in the top 5 in that stage, so points aren't going to change a drastic amount.
Yeah, it just puts us. It actually makes the 6-4. Yeah. All right, as they head down into the corner. It looks like Dalton drove it in there a little bit. Big Jim. That Swamp's going to be in front of Boost. Let's see how long he can hold him off.
We got a bottle up here in the back.
See that.
Oh, Swamp blew. Got a little loose going on that turn.
As now Avenge finds himself all the way in the back.
Yeah, he got shuffled to the back out of that. Oh, Swamp completely blew that corner.
As they head through the infield, this infield's tight. Not a lot of passing opportunities here. Just kind of man your manners. As now they're going to get back up onto Oval 2, which I believe is turn 9. And heading to turn 10. And down the chicane. The chicane now is going to be interesting.
Oh, Dangles gets really loose on braking.
Oh, Avenge blew it. Avenge blew it. He's going to let everybody go there. So Swamp cut some grass, but has since then resettled back down in 3rd position. As it looks like Max Boost and Big Jim and Max Boost have broken away with the top 2 positions.
Oh, penalty for lights out.
Oh, that's going to be huge.
Caution.
Caution's out.
That helps him.
So you could actually see some guys stay out here.
I think they'll all stay out unless they got damage.
Looks like Lewis has a little bit of damage.
Yep, he's pitting. So is Lights out.
Looks like Ballstick's going to come to us, coming down pit road as well. But yeah,
Coming adversity. A couple
Guard.
of the playoff guys here has got damage.
Gar's also coming to pit road, so going to be interesting to see how that strategy affects everything as we get ready to go back for the restart. Swamp inside of row 2. Big Jim and Max Boost on the front row. Dalton P4. Look, Waste has made his way up to 6. LL Penn is riding in the 5th position.
Oh,
Ooh,
Max
Boost got
on the
in the fence.
wall.
Boost got in the wall at 3 wide. Oh, 3 wide. Penn backed out of it. You don't see Max Boost make a lot of mistakes.
He pancaked that sucker too.
A lot of going on back here.
Revenge backs out. Oh! Who just got... Oh, wasted. Got hit by NR Lewis. Went in that corner.
And our Lewis guys racing for points. Probably lost some track position there, worried.
He's on a mission to get back up front. He's feeling some pressure at the moment, I believe. Driving like a madman. Oh, pin in the wall coming out of the
Max Boost, guys. Just kind of hanging on to him here a little bit as they head into the front stretch chicane. Ooh, Boost hit the turtles, it looked like. He's got him within a couple car lengths here.
Oh, we got Big Wreck. Pen around.
Ball sticks in the fence as well.
Yep,
Pen,
that's a caution.
Yeah.
Sounds like Ballistic got into pin. After tapping into the radio. Sounds like he was apologizing to the one car.
As it looks like pretty much half the field here is going to pit. Probably most of them got damage. It's going to allow some guys to try to gain some track position. As we get ready for stage 2. Yep. Avenged, Guard, Dangles, and
Top 5
Lewis all stayed out. Yep. We get regular racing here. As Big Jim's going to get the jump again, heading off into 1. Oh, Swamp drove it in there on boost. Oh, wow.
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 Don't know if that's going to go over well with old Max.
Wow, what a move by Swamp there.
And we'll see if we get some retaliation here.
Yeah, in Swamp's defense, I'm watching a replay. It looked like Jim got on the brakes a little bit early, and Swamp was trying to avoid him. And Max ended up being an innocent bystander, but we'll see if...
oh, here we go.
See if Max gets it back. No, I think Swamp might have just let him go.
Yeah, it's like Swamp gave it to him there. Kind of like a, hey, I'm sorry, go on with your business. That's it. Looks like Big Jim's going to continue to lead here. Boost, Swamp. Wasted is...
Got Avenged Fail in 4th. Lieutenant Dangles in 5th.
Yeah.
No. Dangles falling back. It's now NR Lewis, I believe.
The caution's out. Oh, stage is over. Oh, the caution came out to win the stage. All right, so your stage finish is Big Jim, Max Boost, Swamp Fox, NR Lewis, and Avenged Fail in the 24 car. I don't know what brought the caution out there, guys.
I didn't see anything from my view. But I think a lot of it is these guys are getting these course penalties for hopping the curbs and the chicanes and just running over each other. Because when the game stops you, it does not ghost you at the same time. Your car stays solid and it's just sitting there in the track in the way.
Shout out 74
Penn
games.
stays out.
I feel like if...
Penn pitted, but he took strategy, did something different.
I feel like if you get a course penalty, the game should ghost your car so nobody else runs into you. But...
Oh! Big Jim waits no time to get around Penn.
As they're going to head off into turn number 2. And
Oh,
now,
Penn in the wall.
Pin in the wall.
and to the right-hander, Pin up here is really mixing this stuff up. Little Swamp.
Max on the wall.
Oh, and this is going to allow Big Jim just to get away from him.
Yeah.
As Max
He's
Boost,
big.
These guys are beating and banging.
Oh, wreck.
Oh,
Huge
they're around
wreck.
in the back.
Yeah, Dangles. Looks like Dangles and Avenge. I really couldn't see what happened there. All I did was see Avenge turned around. That's going to bring out a caution. Tough restart there for Max Boost. It looked like Swamp got into him a little bit. I don't know. It all looked insane, to be honest. This is where we're looking to see what pit strategy is here. Currently, it's Big Jim. LL Penn is hung up there in second. Swamp Fox, Max Boost, and Ballstick your top 5. With it should be around 20-ish laps to go once we go back racing here. So Big Jim, Penn, Swamp, nobody pitted. First change of positions, Wasted back in 7th. Gar, NR Lewis. So here we go. Big Jim's going to have to restart. Looks like Swamp's going to go to the inside of Penn here. This Penn's going to be super conservative. Boost is going to try to cross him up, get underneath them, and Swamp.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Swamp must have had a lot of rear wheel spin there. But it's going to allow Boost to get to second.
It is wild in the back, fellas.
It is wild. This Penn's having a lot of wheel spin.
Oh, Dangles got loose at the inside wall.
A lot of wheel spin back there. You really got to be disciplined on the throttle here, especially when you're in traffic. I think it's the hardest part. This ball stick's going to drive through. Couldn't tell who that was. Oh, Penn. They've made contact a few times today as Max Boost. Now tries to set his sights on
NR Lewis got around ball stick.
Top 3. So pretty much it's been this top 3 all night. Jim, Boost, and Swamp. So really the battle's been for about 4th on back.
Oh,
ball stick.
Oh my god!
He didn't even.
He killed that wall.
What was he doing there?
I think he got a little bit of help on that one.
He had no chance.
But I would love to see a clip of that.
His lights out's going to go wide through the chicane. It's going to allow Wasted to get by him.
He just Chess Elliott into the backtrip chicane.
But so much faster.
Oh, Dangles and Avenge getting into it here.
I clipped that. I got a mute.
As Dangle and Avenge are racing hard here through the infield. They've made contact 2 or 3 times.
Max is staying in tow with Big Jim here.
Man, you got to think Max Boost just sizing him up here, guys. Kind of stuff. Ooh, Max Boost drives it into the chicane.
This is the closest he's been sitting all night.
Yeah, this looks like Swamp's starting to go backwards a little bit as Penn gets by him. I don't know if Swamp got a little bit of damage there. NR Lewis is up. Past him. As Dangles runs 6th, Avenge is 7th. It's Big Jim, Max Boost for the lead. Max Boost is going to go inside of him into 1. And for the first time tonight, we have a pass for the lead, and Big Jim is not leading. Max Boost to the lead at the Roval.
Now, if I was Big Jim, I wouldn't let that. Oh, as he gives him a bump, I wouldn't let that bother me too much. I'd just regain my composure and just kind of ride behind him.
Yeah, you've gained a lot of points tonight, Gator. I don't think you really. Of course, you want to win to get in, but it's worse come to worse. You finished 2nd behind Max, and it's a cautions out.
A win's going to clinch his spot in Homestead, though. So.
The caution is out. I don't know what it was for. Anybody know what it was for?
Swamp's driving around with no audio.
I went through that at Bristol. I imagine it's miserable at a road course.
Oh my god.
I go so much off of the engine tone when I'm driving. to
Yep.
not have sound, I feel is just devastating.
Yeah, I went through it at Bristol, which is tough. I had to drive the car off the tack. It was fun, good times. And I didn't stop hearing a French Cajun accent the whole time as we get ready for the restart. As Max Boost is going to be the leader now. Big Jim, this to be the first restart. Big Jim hasn't had the inside line into one. Let's see how it affects him here. He's going to do a good job here. It's going to allow Penn to get the run inside. Penn's going to get into him a little bit. Jim's going to be in the fence. Yes, Penn's going to get away with the second position. Jim third. Swamp.
Ooh,
Wow.
hard in the corner.
Swamp cooked it.
That might be,
Penn got loose. Penn got loose.
That might be a product of driving without sound, though. Swamp's at a real disadvantage.
As now Jim's up to second, Swamp third, fourth as NARL Lewis avenged the commentator up to fifth. As Max Boost continues to lead here and has pulled Jim for about 20 car lengths. So we'll see how this goes. It looks like everybody's going to ball stick back there side by side with, I believe, is either Lights Out or Dangles. So if you're Big Jim here, you got to remain calm, try to hit your mark, see if you can reel that 5 car back in.
Oh, somebody in the chicane got messed up. I think it was Lieutenant Dangles.
As Max Boost continues to lead here. With that said, anybody watch the Rolex 24 at all?
I did. I watched bits and pieces of it. It was I'm not the biggest endurance race fan, but seeing cars back out on the track racing, regardless of series, was refreshing.
It was refreshing. Also, I think Chase Briscoe was a part of the overall winners team, if I'm not mistaken.
Ryan Briscoe.
Oh, Penn's around.
Oh, Ryan Briscoe. Any relation to Chase Briscoe?
Negative.
Close enough. Oh, we got cars. These guys
They're
are
beating
wasted.
and banging off the...
They are. Penn, yeah, Penn wasted. All these guys are ping-ponging pretty good here. As they head through Oval 1 and 2 as they're going to
see
go
who
down
overcooks the chicane.
Ooh, Gar. Oh, my gosh. I think Wasted was part of that.
Rest in peace,
Wasted
Wasted.
got collected. Gar overdrove it. I called that. I saw that coming. I knew somebody was going to overcook it.
Oh my gosh! Penn just died in that corner.
That's my
Lights around.
Caution.
That's going to be a caution, fellas.
That should be a caution.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
We're coming down to about 10 to go. What kind of strategy could we play here with this caution? Would you take tires now, or just stay out on your older tires and save track position?
I think if you're going to get tires, now's the time. Stay out later. As you noted earlier, though, tires aren't that critical.
No.
But 12 to 13 laps is a pretty long run on tires here. So it all depends on preference. But now should probably be your last time to get adjustments in if it does go green.
Well, I'd like to go ahead and, I guess since we're getting down to the end of this, shout out that 24 car that Avenge is driving. Williams, if you want to go ahead and take it from there.
Yeah, man. We lost one today for sure. As actually, I'm gonna let this restart go because Dangles and Avenge are leading the race, and I don't know how they got there. As Max Boost tries to go in the middle for 3 wide here, and that's Jim. As Jim's going to try to power back to the lead here, and he will. As Avenge is going to ride in second, Swamp third. Oh, Dangles is going to crop the curve here. As Avenge gets away in second, Max Boost and Swamp side by side for the 4th position. So that allows Big Jim with the strategy to regain. Oh, Boost is going to get shuffled out here by Swamp. A lot of hard racing tonight between Boost and Swamp. As Boost is going to get in the fence, it's going to get back into ball stick here. Oh, Swamp not going anywhere. That's going to get boosted down to the grass again. I tell you, the 15 and the 5 have ran into each other multiple times. But yeah, let's go back to that beautiful paint scheme that Avenge is rocking this evening. Kobe Bryant, man, greatest basketball player, in my opinion, of all time. But you know, that's up for debate. At least top 4, top 5. You know, had a couple hiccups in his life, but like America, their second chance program, he did that. Pioneered the sport. Had the mama mentality, motivation, man. He never lost, wouldn't accept losing, and I definitely used him in my life to get over not only sports stuff but like life stuff, man. Don't give up, and you know, keep pushing on. So,
North American Racing League would like to send their thoughts and prayers to the family of Kobe Bryant. I know Kobe wasn't the only one on the aircraft. They also lost Kobe's daughter as well, his oldest daughter, and 7 others. So, to everybody affected, we'd like to send our thoughts and prayers to you guys.
Well said, Gator. K-Bart, anything to add on that?
Yeah, only reason why I'm an NBA fan and especially a Laker fan is because of Kobe Bryant, and that one really touched me. Yes, even yesterday, LeBron James passing Kobe Bryant, it hurt a little bit. I'm like, it's basketball, got to go on. Then the next day, this happens. So, shed a tear. So, thoughts and prayers to the family of Bryant.
A lot. And
Avenge is in this race with a tribute Kobe car, purple gold, number 24. Just to
I would
honor him
also
a
like
little bit.
I'd like to say, you know, as a NASCAR family, I know I can speak for all of us, but we lost Senior in 2001, and you know, I'm not going to say to NASCAR fans that the loss of Kobe affected them, but to the NBA fans, I think we kind of know where they're coming from a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We've kind of been down that path, and it's dark, but the light will come to fruition, and just got to carry on his spirit and go Lakers. As we get back to racing here, let me try to find the leader.
We're at 10 laps to go right now. Coming to the line will be 9.
10 laps to go as Boost and as Jim. So Jim used that restart earlier really to get a pretty big lead here. It looks like he is.
Yeah, Boost had to deal with all of that traffic coming back up through, and Jim, in the meantime, set sail and took advantage of that.
So if Boost wants another shot at Jim, he's probably going to need a caution, because we've seen Jim be solid all night long. As I say that, he almost hops the chicane, but he does pretty good to keep it going straight. So we got Big Jim, Max Boost, and third is Swamp Fox. Fourth is Avenged. Dalton is 5th. So as we getting down to it here at the Roval. So worth noting about all the points, guys. Jack Boy did not race tonight. Jim's going for a maximum points effort, actually, which wouldn't matter if he wins the race. His maximum point effort kind of wouldn't matter at that point.
That's correct. He did get the pole, which is 2 points, and 6 points in both stages for winning. So
and Max
he's on track for maximum points.
Max Boost.
However, a win will clinch his way to Homestead for
Max
the championship.
Boost was 28 points above the cut line. Who's having a stellar points evening himself. Let's see, did he get? Yep. Second in stage, so 4-8. So he's working on another good points day, which would almost pretty much lock him in the Homestead. You would think, you know, if he has one more solid race at Kansas. So that's pretty much half of our Homestead field there, kind of clinched up. So the run by Swamp Fox, who's finished 3rd in both stages, is pretty big for him currently as we speak.
Yep, Swamp's earned 6 stage points tonight. He was down 11 on lights for 3rd place. So he'll be pretty close by the end of this. We're gonna have a really close cutoff line. As we have Dangles in the pits, must have gotten some damage.
Yeah, looks like Max is going to need a caution to catch Big Jim as we're going to tune into our 3rd place battles. And our Lewis looks like he's actually ran down Swamp here. He's going to look to the outside of him in 1. He's going to try to undercut him here going into 1. He's not going to be able to get it done there.
Well, as I can tell you guys, every single point matters. So,
Yeah.
if I was Swamp and there's 3 races left to go in the season after this, I'd probably be holding NR Lewis the best I could.
Speaking
If it was
of
the regular,
points,
if it was the regular season, I might think about letting him go here, but every point matters right now.
yeah, yeah, Gator, you really caught a tough break at Bristol. Getting lag spiked there a little bit early, and then we never had that caution in stage 3 for you to recover. But I will say that I had a blast racing with you and Wasted there at the end of stage 2. It was pretty fun.
I was holding you guys off for my life. I knew my playoff life was right there.
Oh, it was.
So I was doing everything I could to hold you guys back.
Poor Wasted. Wasted was having a great night up to that point. And then he said in Discord, which a lot of people don't have, but he said that me and you showed up at the end of stage 2 and like, what are y'all doing here, man? Damn.
Yeah, and then stage 3, and some lag happened. It was really unfortunate. Affected the outcome, but it is what it is. We move on. It's another day. There's also another season coming up here soon, so get back after it.
That's right.
I'm not one to sit here and complain because I could have picked up those 2 positions that I needed to advance somewhere else, like Talladega, when I blew pit road.
And I followed you right in there.
Oh my gosh, let's not talk about that. Gator leads the field coming down pit road, and then 5 of us.
So being eliminated the way I was not my fault, but putting myself in that position in the first place was. So
it looks like Swamp has been able to pull away from NR Lewis. It looks like Max Boost is he's closed down the lead a little bit. I just looked at it; it was about 6 seconds. Now it's about 5.5. So not much. Looks like Big Jim's doing his job, hitting his marks here.
The closest battle on the track. Everybody else is kind of spread out for the first time this race.
Yep, so NR Lewis and Swamp's the closest thing we've seen here. Y'all excited for the Daytona 500 coming up or what?
Hell yeah.
I am so ready for the Daytona 500.
Looks
Both
like
in reality and in our new league season, which will be starting in the first week of March. So 2 Daytona 500s coming up.
pretty exciting. Our second league Daytona 500. As Captain Killam won the first.
We are on 6 laps to go. It'll be 5 to go at the line.
Which, at the Roval, is about 6 minutes. Yeah, crazy. Season 1 in the North America eRacing really went quick, guys, didn't it?
It was a little bit shorter because we got started late, but next season will be just a touch longer. Maybe 3 or 4 weeks longer. But it did go by really quickly.
Yeah, be sure to stay tuned to our Twitter for breaking news, silly season news. Pretty sure we're going to have some big things coming up on the horizon.
Who goes where? What series everybody ends up in, and what cars they drive. It's silly season's coming.
Gator, you going to stick to that 00 next year, or are you going to save us for a little? You give us a little sneak peek what you're going to be driving, or what?
I will give you a little snippet. I will not be in the 00 next season. However,
man.
I will not divulge what car or cars I have my eyes on.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 00 patriotic scheme you ran at Bristol was beautiful.
Yep, thank you 704 for that patriotic scheme that you finally put in the game after 2 installments. I really do appreciate the 00 patriotic scheme.
It was beautiful.
I know you guys put a lot of hard work in, and you own the licenses to the scheme and everything, and I'm really thankful that you finally put it in. It looked good at Bristol.
4 to go at the line, correct, Gator?
Should be.
So this race for 100% race is going pretty quick, actually. As NR Lewis has got lap traffic in front of the 15 and the 74 as they continue to battle through the chicane. Lewis done a good job here.
It went pretty quick through the stages because the cautions were rampant, but this final stage it's been pretty clean here for the last, I don't know, they've got a decent run going. 10 laps or so.
They do. Swamp is...
Oh, Swamp with a penalty.
Yep, and NARL Lewis is going to get that position from him.
Oh, and Dalton, too.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Big mistake from Swamp.
Yeah, it's going to cost him 2 points at least. So, huge mistake there for Swamp late. And looks like NARL Lewis is experiencing a little bit of lag, maybe. As he continues to see if where we are. The closest battle on the racetrack is nobody.
Ooh, Dangle's getting out of Jim's way. And getting a penalty in the process. Oh, watch out for Boost. I believe we're coming to 2 to go, but I'll verify that here in just a minute. Kind of waiting for Swamp Stream to catch up.
Yeah,
with that penalty, he's kind of far behind.
He's way back there. There should be 2 to go, I believe.
Go ahead and get back on our leader here for the end of this.
As Jim continues to track through the infield. As we are on 3 to go, so we'll be 2 at the line. So a big race for Big Jim, guys. As he's going to try to lock himself in here, which would be huge. He'll be the first driver locked into Homestead. And it sets us up as we get down to the wire here in the season. Next race is in Kansas on Wednesday night for the Xfinity Gas. And then Phoenix and then Homestead. And it's off for a little, about a, month? Half a month. Jim's going to roll through the chicane here and come to 2 to go. I tell you what, though, we'll give Marcus Smith a shout out. The Roval, even though I don't like driving it in the game, has put on a great race 2 times that they've been there. And I think it's a great course. I think the Indy cars will be really good here, too.
If NASCAR could only get their stuff together and calling consistent cautions, it'd make it a lot better.
Yeah, that's always been a NASCAR problem, dating back to forever.
They won't call a caution for a car sitting in front of the field, but they'll call a caution for a car that spun out half a lap down. So,
what do you think about Indy cars coming here?
IndyCar is one of my favorite forms of racing. They always seem to put on a good show. So I think it's going to be exciting to watch.
As Big Jim's going to come through oval 3 and 4 and into the front stretch chicane and get the 1 to go here, as it is 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Big Jim with a dominating performance here, really putting this exclamation point on a good season for him so far, as he's going to punch his ticket to Homestead, barring any huge mistakes here.
He's got a big gap over Boost, so he just needs to play it safe, take it easy.
So he's going to dance through the infield.
This will be Jim's 3rd win of the season.
Probably the biggest one to date. So
definitely the most important.
Where were his other 2?
I'll have to go back and look. Let me pull that up for you real quick. Go check out these results.
As he's going to come down the back straightaway into the backstretch chicane. No problems thus far. Nice and smooth as he's been all night. He's going to exit the chicane nice and smooth. And
Big Jim has also wrapped up wins at Kentucky and Dover.
Kentucky and Dover. So 3 completely different principles of racing as he's going to go into the chicane. And Big Jim is going to take the win at the Roval. As Gators mentioned, his 3rd win of the season. And that punches his ticket to Homestead as Max Boost will come in second. Looks like NARL Lewis is going down the back stretch into the chicane now. We're going to follow him home as see if he can hold off Swamp for third, which would be a huge third place finish for him. And NARL Lewis.
Here comes Lewis.
Lewis will get his third place finish. Good run for Lewis as Swamp is going to tackle the front chicane for the final time and finish fourth.
He's going to tackle it.
Tackle it. Excuse me. Avenged will track his way through there as well.
Wind up with the top 5 with the Kobe tribute car.
That's it. So there rounds out your top 5 as Max Boost comes in second. So Big Jim, Max Boost, NR Lewis, and Swamp Fox rounds out your top 5 as I'm going to try to get our race winner in here.
Well, as we wait for our winner, K-Bart, you have any thoughts?
Oh, here he is. Big Jim, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing freaking fantastic, Williams. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Congratulations, and what a win, man. You really had that thing on the rails tonight. So I got to ask you, you led most of the night. Looks like Max Boost got you one of those restarts. Were you concerned? Did you hit your marks? What happened?
You might not have seen it, but it was definitely a track position battle. If I didn't make it 3 wide on that one restart, I think Max would have cleared the field and he would have been the guy with the 5-second lead. But yeah, overall, I was pretty scared. Max Boost was freakishly fast.
As he always is. All right, tonight joining me in the booth, I got Gator Mike. Gator, anything to add?
Jim, how you feeling, buddy? You're on your way to Homestead after that.
I'm feeling so great. It's not even Homestead that makes me feel great. I wanted one chance to beat Max. The guy's incredible in this game.
That was going to be my next question. You finally beat Max head-to-head. I'm sure you get some satisfaction out of that because you have tried and tried and tried again, and then tonight it finally happened.
Oh my God, you have no idea, man. I mean, no disrespect to the Cup guys, but I feel like he would be probably on top of the boards in the Cup as well. Dude's just insane.
K-Bart, do you have any questions for our race winner tonight?
Hey, congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, so I have a question. Are you gonna back off the next 2 races, or are you gonna keep going for it every race? You gonna try to save the stuff for Homestead? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, my plan is to stay out of the way and hopefully get Swamp some points. He's my FBGM teammate. I need him to get into Homestead with me, so I won't pull anything dirty. But any advantage I can give to Swamp, I'll probably benefit him. Try to get him up there at either Kansas or ISM. Those are the next 2 racetracks. So
10-4.
All right, Jim. Anybody want to shout out for you? Hop over here.
Just want to shout out Max. He raced me very clean, and I'd shout out to Swamp as well. I think he came home 4th when that was all said and done. He was a 3rd place car all night, and we were sharing a little bit in the FPGM camp on what we were doing to turn those quick laps. I think it paid off pretty well.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your win, and congratulations on your trip to Homestead. Can't wait to see.
All right, I appreciate it.
Can't wait to see how it shakes off. Good job, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually surprised me. Big Jim really had the dominant car. The fastest car did win the race. Max Boost, he deserved a 2nd place. and it was just from there where everyone just had to fight their battles to get the positions. And as Max Boost joins in here.
How you
Max
doing,
Boost.
Max? Congratulations, brother. Second place run. It's kind of awkward to see somebody outrun you. So how was it, man?
It was really fun. Big Jim he's such a talent. He's such a fast guy, man. I'm so happy to be beat by him. He was just in another zip code this race. I couldn't keep up with him. I was, oh my gosh, man, I'm sweating. I was wheeling this thing. I just I think I could gain on him maybe after a couple laps once I got in a rhythm, but from the gate he was just like, bam, he was gone. So congratulations to him. He killed it.
All right,
Max,
tonight
it's Gator. I noticed you were behind Big Jim most of that race, running in second place. The gap was vary from, I don't know, half a second to maybe 2, and then final stage came along, the final restart, and you got caught up in some traffic, and by the time you got clear, he was gone. But is there anything you could have done differently to maybe get around him? I know we saw a glimpse of you passing him real quick, but anything you could have done to sustain that?
Yeah, the car actually had really good long run speed. On that last restart, I got knocked around and actually got like 92% aero damage, so it just drove like a dump truck after that. And so I was just making mistake after mistake. It was trying to wreck on braking zones and stuff. So, I mean, I guess if I didn't get wrecked on that restart and was able to kind of not lose, dude, that was nuts on that restart. He split the front 3 wide. He came out of nowhere. It was just gone. It was amazing. But you know, if I would have gotten through there cleanly on his back bumper, I think I would have had something for him. I ran a 10th off his fastest time with a car that was junk. So I mean, I believe we had good speed. And I was gaining on him at the end. He was probably taking it easy, but it would have been a good battle.
Congrats to you. Still came away with a good bucket of points heading into Kansas next race. So you're still sitting well above the cut line, so it was still a good night. So congrats.
Yep, I love it. Thank you guys so much.
K-Bart.
Hey, it's K-Bart. Congrats, man. Second place, that's pretty good. You know, normal, not your first place. I think before this race I did the math. You've won 59% of the Xfinity races. Of course, that's going to go down a little bit. What is your goal for Kansas other than the win? Like, stay up front? I see you started in the back today. What's your mindset for Kansas?
Just get good points. I just really want to make it to Homestead. So I mean, a win would be nice, but I would just want to have a smooth race, just have fun, because that track's a lot of fun, and these guys are great to race with. So I mean, the main goal is always to have fun, but just get a good points day. Hopefully, like this, you know, 2 second place finishes in the stages and a good top 3. Like, if I could get that at Kansas, I'll be so happy going to the next race.
10-4. Congrats on second place, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, Max. Well, anybody want to shout out before we hop off here?
Yeah, just shout out to the Kobe Bryant family. I mean, absolute tragedy that happened today, and just, you know, sending out the positivity I can that way. It's really sad, and you never want to see a family get torn apart like that, especially an icon for many people. So I mean, just, you know, celebrate that. Wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. I know you're from the Southern California area there, and he was a huge figure in that part of the country. So
absolutely massive. Yeah.
I know that region is hurting tonight.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, Max. We appreciate it, man. Good luck at Kansas. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very, very, very much.
All right, that is going to wrap up our broadcast. Anything y'all want to add, Gator or K-Bart, based on tonight's race?
Based off of tonight's race, definitely got to tune in for Kansas. The cut line is going to be super close, and it's going to make for an exciting race between the 3 or 4 drivers that are right on top of the cut line there. I think Max is going to be pretty safe. But action should be fast and furious, and definitely tune in for that.
K-Bart.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with you, Gator. I think he's going to be pretty well locked in the points already. He's just got to finish well, top 5, and I think he's on his way to Homestead already. So, and I think he knows that, but he just doesn't want to say it. So,
All right.
Doesn't want to feel cocky.
yep.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for tonight's Xfinity broadcast. Tomorrow, the Cup guys take on the Roval, as Avenge is going to be back in the booth as the 6 playoff drivers try to race their way into Homestead on one of the circuit's toughest racetracks. Tune in tomorrow at 8:45 Eastern to catch all the action. Y'all be
And
good.
one last thing. One last thing before you sign off.
Go for
Williams.
it. Yeah.
I'll take a shot. Kobe.
Kobe. Here you go. Bang. Yep. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. And y'all be good. Take care of each other and hug your loved ones.